are 4 of the most underrated shots in doubles that everyone should be using more, no matter your level.
We're starting in defence, then moving into the mid-court, and lastly jumping into attack, where we have one shot that we're confident will take your game to that next level. These work for men's doubles, women's doubles and mixed doubles. A video doubling down on doubles? Let's go.
Our first of 2 underrated shots we've got in defence is a deep defensive drive from a straight smash. Usually, people will try to play cross-court in these situations because there's often more space there. But this can be A, difficult to play, and B, easy for your opponent at the net to intercept. Instead, by playing a good straight drive, one of 2 great things will happen. Firstly, it creates confusion for the net player as to whether or not they should try to play it. This can mean they go for it and miss it, make a mistake, or play it but have to take it late.
And the second great thing is that if you play it well to the player that has just played the smash, then they'll have only just landed, so won't have fully recovered yet, meaning they can only really play a reactive shot. The most likely shot is then to the net, so you can move forwards to finish the point. And if they somehow manage to play a lift, your partner would have hopefully seen you move forward and come round to cover you.
You, as the person hitting the straight drive, always have to be the one making the move forwards because you know what shot you're playing. It's like if you're in a running race and you're the one saying go. You always get a tiny head start.
Go! The second underrated shot in defence is a good length lift right into the corner. But before you skip this, as you think it's boring and you've heard it before, let's show you how important this is and also how to do it well.
So, it's much easier to defend after you've hit a good length lift right into the corner for 3 reasons. 1, your opponent has to move a lot more, meaning they'll take it later and therefore can't hit their attacking shots with as much angle or power. 2, if it's right in the corner, then you know that you can take the majority of your half of the court in defence, and your partner can take the other side, as well as the middle of course.
But if you lift to the middle, you'll have no clue whose shot it is, which can often lead to confusion and not getting it. And reason number 3, if your lift isn't a good length, you obviously have less time to react to the smash, meaning less chance of getting it back.
Yeah, just look at the difference here between Greg hitting full power smashes at me from the back line versus full power smashes 2 metres further forwards.
Hopefully seeing this makes you think twice about lifting short in the future. And when you watch the pros, lifting is something they're so good at. But how do you play lifts with accuracy and consistency?
Well, what we often see people doing wrong is having a big swing, not using the squeeze of their fingers and thumb, and not timing their footwork correctly. Instead, you need to have a shorter swing, use your fingers and thumb, and land just before you strike the shuttle. So get practicing, and then you're going to want to work on the third underrated shot in this video.
This is a shot to the middle, which is often used in attack, but not used often enough in the mid-court. Most people only play their mid-court shots straight or fully cross-court, but turning it to the middle can be very effective to make your opponents change direction, forcing them to take it late and therefore play a worse shot as a result.
Yeah, people find it easier to move in straight lines, so the amount of times it can either get you out of a tricky situation or even set you up to win the rally is crazy. This is why the best players in the world have trained their ability to use it that much that they do it in a match without even thinking about it.
Now, this shot sounds simple, but as we found with Linus when we went to film some videos with him in Canada, it's a shot you can make a lot of mistakes on. So, to control it well, you need to use your fingers and wrist with a slight bend in your elbow, rather than using your whole arm.
This turn to the middle can also be used in defence, specifically when you're under a lot of pressure and the net player is in front of you. If you can't play it fully cross-court, then a small turn is enough to make them take it slightly later and keep you in the rally.
Now moving on to the underrated attacking shot that, if executed well, is going to help you win a lot more points.
We know many of you have powerful smashers, but what if you could make these more effective without actually improving the power of your smash? Well, this is where the slice comes in. Usually, when people think to play an alternative to a smash, they slow their entire body down to try and ensure they hit a good, accurate drop shot. But this can make your shot obvious to your opponents and very easy to return.
Instead, if you keep full speed in both your body and racket right until the last millisecond, but then play a slice, this will deceive your opponents. This is done by slicing the side of the shuttle, which takes some of the pace out of your shot, and it can ruin your opponent's rhythm. Often it produces a poor quality lift, which you can then smash. As we said earlier, it's much harder to defend a smash when the lift is shorter compared to a good length lift.
Now, if you want to practice your slices, we'd recommend watching this video next. And lastly, if you've enjoyed this video, then please drop it a like and smash the subscribe button for more badminton insight.